This shrub is Escallonia Terri. I've also seen one that's called Escallonia Allen, and they're virtually the same, so I'm going to treat them the same for the sake of this video. And as you can see, this has been hedged. It's used to screen a parking area, and I think that's a good use of this plant actually, especially in a commercial application. This plant, what I like about it is it's very compact, has a nice green vigorous growth. It's easy to grow this. They're not fickle at all, and they're very long lived. This is about a 15-year-old hedge here, and you can see the foliage as it comes on is a nice tight green. Also, because the texture is finer, it takes shearing well. So I'm not a big fan of this type of a planting, but if you're a commercial designer, you need plants like this in your arsenal, and this is certainly a reliable one, knowing that the maintenance folks are going to hedge this stuff in the way you see here. So spacing, I would space these about 3.5 to 4 feet on center. As you can see at the end of this hedge, these plants are about 3.5 to 4 feet wide, and they want to get about 4 feet tall. They've cut this off at about 3 feet tall, so that's fine. But if you naturally let this plant do its thing, you get a nice rounded form that's about 4 by 4, like a gumdrop, and they naturally just have this compact growth to them. So if you want to treat them in a more natural massing, you can use them that way as well. In terms of water, they are, once established, they are very good as a low water solution, and that's one of the things I like, is because it's got this nice deep green color. A lot of the plants that take as little water as these do don't look this green, so I think it's a good solution for you if you want to give them low water to get something with a nice green color that you see here. These do have a pink flower. I'll include that. I saw some down at the end of the hedge I'll include on here. And but the thing is these get sheared all the time in most applications, and because of that you'll rarely see the flowers. But if this plant was allowed to grow out for a season, you would see that this gets covered in a nice clear pink flower cluster. So that's a nice benefit to the plants that aren't over pruned, and those do, by the way, they do attract bees. And here's a close-up of the flower. These aren't the best looking ones, but you get the idea. It's a nice light pink flower in clusters, and if these are allowed to bloom out, they get covered with these little flowers.